What's up, bank holders? Welcome to the main account. Markets up, no flips. We need to catch up the spreadsheet. So we did get paid dividend on the Spider Wednesday. See? I don't know why we keep doing these trade deals. Our BKR did fill for our buy order. I believe I put it in here already. Doesn't look like much movement since then, but we need to get the spreadsheet updated. It was a second tranche at $28.50 per share. So I just need to make sure I have my cost basis up to date. $29.34 a share and $28.50 a share on the tranches. All right. Got the sell order in, so we're just kind of hanging out waiting for things to move. Now, on the SPXL, we actually got a sell in today. So while the market was, pretty much just taking back most of what it lost the previous day, when there is volatility in the markets, that's why I do this strategy, and allows me to carve off small pieces of profit. So let's see what we got. The SPXL. It was a pretty big position. We got 9 buys in, which is pretty good size, and didn't make much on the profits, but the ideal is that this kind of opportunity, since it's on a smaller time frame, it presents itself often. So you can see here buying all through here, and again here on the dip on the 30 RSI, that's what we're looking at, and then again down here. And so the average was closer up to here because there weren't as many buys on this end of it. But by the time it hit up here, we were in slight profits. So got out on that one and pocketed some money. We also were able to sell BitX. And still a pretty big size on this one as well. We just had a lot of opportunity, and that's ultimately what decides how big the position gets. It looks like we got 10 tranches. Yeah, 10. So nice size. It's like that's our first pull through on BitX, but it worked like a charm. It was a nice profit, over 1%, which I know a lot of people think that's not a lot of money, but when you're pulling them out multiple times a freaking day, between this and gold and all the other stuff, I mean, it really adds up quick. And for most people, they can't see that, and that's one of the main reasons why most people will never do this. But it does work, and for the small percentage of folks that are willing to take a peek, bye. I'm here showing what I've learned, so that maybe that will help speed up your journey. So oil. So I do want to show a little contrast. So up, markets up, markets up, markets up. Where can I find opportunity? And I found it in oil. And you can see right here, right at lunch, during my lunch break. I actually was busy working the first part of this, but I was able to get to the last part. And these are all 5-minute candles, and every candle, my phone sends an alert. But if I'm busy, I'm busy. I'm busy. Yeah. But I'm a huge fan of oil. I think it's a no-brainer. There's something in my personality that I love about it, and we're just building a position right now. So we did come down. We're doing a little sideways deal. So I like it. It looks good on me. And if I hold some oil for a little while, I'm good with that. So when we go here to the regular commodities, we still hold silver, trying to sell. Gold, we're looking to buy some. And then the other two we're looking to sell, but they're just kind of buried a little bit, which is totally fine. Uh, I don't worry about holding some crypto and some precious metals. It's a small percentage of my account, but the swing trading parts are the ones I like, and a lot of times I'm able to take even small profits as the market jolts down or something like that. So um, that's what we got. We're looking for a swing trade entry now on the daily. And this is going to be a quick one, y'all. And we're also looking to sell once we get down to our position. Market was up, but I don't see much rotation that way. I saw Apple beat earnings, but they're down post-market, so I'm not sure what's going on there, if that's guidance or it's not a huge beat, but there must be some guidance. Everybody's seeing a little softening in the job market, which ultimately affects, pay, and which ultimately affects how much people are able to spend. And in America, the whole economy is based on people blowing their whole paycheck plus some. That's what keeps the American dream alive for the rest of us. So if you're one of those people, do yourself, future self a favor and have some common sense on that. Spend your investment income, not your earned income. That's the only way to get out of the doom loop. All right, so we did have a few that we were stalking here. Maybe we can get a swing trade entry on a nice up day like today. And even though not all the strategies hit, these strategies are so different between flips, swings, and options activity, and then, trading commodities and things like that, that usually there's always a game in town for me. And if none of those are in town, then you can bet where does your paycheck go account with the high income funds. Those are definitely will be hitting when everything else is up. So there's always something out of favor, and I've always got my hand ready to get in all of it. So that's one we've been looking at, Leggett and Platt. Except post market, but you can see just a whole lot of sideways. How many candles we got? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. So could easily go another week or so, but a big up day will likely start driving it up. And this is going to be a strange one because unless it goes 20 days straight, where just like it happened here, it was going down, then the green starts going sideways, then we're getting close. But it takes time on the daily chart. Now, just remember that, different time frames play. On a shorter time frame, you get more opportunities. That's why I play the daily, but I also play the 5 minute and the 1 hour just to have more opportunities. You can see here, this one's going to set up nicely. Still got some time on that one. Or like the Apple setup, it's going to go way up, way fast, and that will trigger an entry as well. The problem with that setup is by the time we get in, the RSI is already pretty high. So because we use that as an exit trigger, it just mathematically means it's going to be usually a smaller gain. So you're take the same risk for a smaller gain, right? But that's that. Just putting it all together. Just understand what you're getting into, and understand there's a flow to it. So if all this money goes to zero, then that's okay because I got dividends already locked in, guaranteed, and that money's going to come in. Well, that's what we use to keep it going. Most people have an infinite flow of money where they get a paycheck until they die off, but they never get a return on it. So that's why I focus on cash flow. This is the one we are not going to take it, but because it didn't really hit the 30, but that's beautiful, and I like that company. Walmart doing a 3-for-1 split I saw. Just a little something to screw up your tax and accounting and cost basis. uh, Same exact setup here. It's a little more choppy than Leggett, but it's going to be a similar setup and probably trigger at a similar time because the money is moving by the same people from the same stocks into the same stocks. That's just how the world works. But once you can see it, like we do here, and I show every day, well, you can play too. All right, that's what we got for today. And if you recall from yesterday's video, I called it, man. We hit it. We won in the lottery. We sure did. Believe it or not. So that video's out for those who are interested in that strategy, and I'm excited for all the statements to come out now. Once we hit the first of the month, I get antsy. I can't wait. I want to see the statement. Some of you will go through and track your dividends and things as they were paid, but that is not how it is calculated by the IRS. So I want to see it on a statement, and that's what I use. And remember, for most of my accounts, I do not track the value of the account. I could care less if the stocks go up or down. But what I do want to see is month over month, quarter over quarter, on a steady long-term basis, that my income goes up, because it's infinite income. Once your passive income is over what you need to survive, it's all gravy, man, and that's what's going to feed the charity. So I hope this all makes sense to you. Just 10 minutes here, 11 minutes, so it's not a big investment of time, but it's something that's required every day, and it's not optional. So you're either all in or all out, I believe. And if it's just too much for you to handle, remember, time frames work, so you can always go to the weekly or the monthly. There's a lot of people that trade big money on the weekly time frame. Bigger moves, less activity, or just buy and hold, right? But to not do anything, I think, is a mistake. So I can't believe it for you, but I surely hell believe it in for myself. So I'm all in, and keeping position sizes relatively small. I'm at no leverage or very small, very small, and waiting for Friday for the options. So I'm excited to see how that goes. We're buried in all three this week, which is fun. Nothing like a kick in the face. But when you get been kicked in the face a bunch of times, it still hurts, but not as much as the first time because you expect it. So we'll see. We could end up okay if we have a big up day, and the markets are up after hours, but that don't really mean nothing. So that's what we got. I hope it's helpful to you, and we'll try again tomorrow and in this week. Have a good evening. Peace.